Pacers find themselves on the road looking for an interconference win. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. You look at Houston. This is a team in great mid-season form right now. A lot of things going right.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm, absolutely off the charts.
And the great atmosphere. You know, the fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it does come full circle. But their energy, I truly believe, is lifting this team to even greater heights.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Indiana wins the tip. The drive by Hill. It's tipped. Here's Freak. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Indiana, Paul George is out there with Hunter. Then it's Turner. Then there's Hill. And it's Ellis at the 2 spot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Again, missing Hill. Freak passes to Harden. Hunter grabs the miss. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's enough. Oh. I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin check right there.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Indiana again missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Monty Eunice. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Hill kicks to Turner. Pass to Ellis. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Picked by Mozgov. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. There's Freak. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Mozgov's shot is off.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Tries again. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Hill's got his first points of the night. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. There's Freak, and he slams it one-handed.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Rockets leading by 4. It's Mozgov, high post. Another miss by Mozgov. The Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Hill dishes to George. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Picked by Mozgov. Freak kicks to Harden. Launches it. And that one's good. Harden's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Hill. George, that's a 2-pointer. No luck. Good D by Ariza.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's sent back by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jarnell Stokes, he's checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for George. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Pick up by Hill. Freak kicks to Lawson. The open shot by Brewer. That is in there. Lawson with the assist.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Pacers trail by 7. Now Miles. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. And Hill has it in the corner. He was all alone on that one.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Freak passes to Brewer. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 2nd in field goal percentage, 8th in three-point field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger, with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Watson dishes to Hill. They set the pick. Passes to Hunter. Feeds it to Watson. Inside. Got a piece of it.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Pacers trail by 7. Down low, here's Miles. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And that one's good.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
He feeds it to Miles. Great D that time from Freak.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Houston on top, leading by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth, but he said it just wasn't the same. He missed that competition.
When you don't have a dog, in the fight, it's different to watch a game and not really care who wins or loses. Since I've been a 12-year-old kid, I've been on a team, whether it was my high school team, my college team, my NBA team. And, when the game ends and you go, oh, good game, you high-five the guy you do the game with, and, you're done.
That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player as McHale was.
Yeah, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that.
Rockets leading by 4. And Lawson, here we go. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The feed to Capella. 5 on the clock. Baseline jumper. The second chance effort. Freak. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Free throw good. Freak. He hits both from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He finished with 27 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Brewer, good.
Well, you can bet the defense wasn't expecting that kind of razzle-dazzle out of him. But the spin worked like a charm. Perfect.
It's Hill on the wing. Now the pass to Hunter. There's the dish to Watson. It's Hill on the wing. And Miles kicks to Watson. Pass to Miles. Fires from deep. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got 3 assists in the game. Houston leading by 5. Watson outside.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Dishes to Freak. Kicks it to Capella. Houston moving it around. And so he draws the... Foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Rockets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the Rockets making a change here. Hill's checked in, and both free throws good from Freak. Here's Watson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. There's the pick. He dishes it to Miles. Pass to Watson. Here's Hunter. Lawson defending. Shot clock at 5. To the wing right side. Hill has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
29 seconds left in the second quarter. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Lawson. He's guarded closely. Watson kicks to Miles. The Rockets pull it in. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
Well, you could see that the emotions were just raw after that one, and you could expect it. I mean, When you give of yourself that much and come out on top, that's a great feeling.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. A nice chunk of our offense in the first half came from the low post. And one thing that should definitely do for us in the third quarter is open things up on the perimeter. We should have a lot of room to operate outside. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
I bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
Rockets leading by 9. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Turner. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Hunter in at the 4-man position. Harden against Ellis. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got the first field goal of the second half for the Rockets.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now here's Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Turner with a screen on Harden. The drive by Ellis. And it's good. Ellis has got 6.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. Harden draws the double. Freak passes to Harden. Clock at 6. He kicks to Freak. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. Pacers trail by 11. Passes it to Hunter. From 11 feet away, Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Hill has the open look. The three-pointer no good. Rockets leading by 11. Ariza outside, out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for James Harden. First in three-point shooting, and he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Mozgov. Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
That is a pretty finish. Defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
Harden up top, defended by George. And a wide open look for Freak. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pacers trail by 9. Ellis dishes to George. Back to Ellis. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Houston. Freak's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Eunice drops both of them. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Turner with a screen on Beverly. Hill drives in. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Turner.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Feeds to Beverly. From deep. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Beverly's got his third bucket of the night.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. Three-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages. And that's just what this group has provided. James Harden, number 1.
He just oozes with confidence out there beyond the arc. That's where he makes his living, as he should. I mean, given how efficient he's been from long range.
Well, we've all heard ball don't lie. Well, numbers don't lie either. I mean, he's got range that I'd put up against anybody else in the league. Shooting guard or otherwise. He's an assassin.
Here's Hill. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Hill uses the glass to finish the layup. Hill's got his second basket of the night.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, pound-the-rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them. He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Had the space there, but it's offline. Rockets leading by 11. Here's Brewer. Hill pulls it in. Lawson against Hill. The kick out to Hill. Plenty of space. The shot will not go. And the Rockets take it the other way. 3-on-3. Here's Lawson. And it's Miles with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Rockets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A shot by Lawson, wide open. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Stokes. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Stokes has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Houston on top. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Pacers trail by 9. Freak in its shooting guard. Mozgov is out there with Montejunas. Then it's Lawson. And it's Harden in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. George passes to Hunter. A shot's good on the assist by George. Hunter's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Indiana. Houston leading by 7. Here's Freak. Montejunas dishes to Freak. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Watson kicks to George. And it's good. Off through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. Then for Houston, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Freak subbed in for Ty Lawson. The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Jarnell Stokes. Hill comes in for Hunter. And George Hill's subbed in for C.J. Watson. Harden, that's good.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
It's blocked. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Sticking too much.
Ariza kicks to Freak. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now let's the pass to Hill. Second chance shot. Mozgov with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Freak. And now a 6-point Rocket lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Again, missing Hill.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Offensive rebound. Pacers trail by 6. The 3 from Hill. Again, missing Hill. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Freak dishes to Ariza. Freak with it. Hill's there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ariza goes in. He feeds it to Freak. He's feeling it. And the jumper falls for him. Freak's got 10 points here in the second half.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He challenged this group to really go for it, saying, now's the time when winners take control. Now let's go out there and take it to them. Guys, a nice pep talk. We'll see if he got him going.
Thanks, Doris. George against Ariza. And George, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, there's... a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
And again, it goes in for him. Good shot from Freak. Freak's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Hill drives in. Ellis wide open. But they recover it. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Ariza kicks to Harden. In for his 7th fake in 13 tries.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
There's a screen by Modiunas. Ariza kicks to Harden. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Rockets lead by 10.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Nineteen seconds left in the fourth quarter. Watson's shot is good. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd is not going to let this one slip away.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, fellow basketball fans. Appreciate you joining us as we get busy with the second half of this NBA season. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Checking out Brooklyn, things have definitely been looking up for them lately during this midseason stretch. I think pieces are really falling into place for them at this stage. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game, but anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 82 games. Doesn't mean the team.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
right. We get 2 games a night. Remember
on the set.
Yeah. Anyway, I was saying the injuries they start to take a toll. Not just the big ones, the little ones. Type of injuries I hate are the freak injuries. One time, Ernie, I was walking with my shoes off, stubbed my toe.
That's called barefoot.
That's a freak injury. Stubbed my toe, was out for 6 weeks. So you got to get rest, eat well.
Well, if you kick a
ice
brick
those
wall,
knees,
that's not a.
And man up.
Yeah. Maybe you should. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Barefoot.
It's the land of mission control. Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And the Nets head back to Brooklyn after today's contest. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
And right now for Brooklyn, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, Jarrett Jack is out there with McCollum. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Young in at the power forward. Outside Jack. Mozgov grabs the board. Here's Houston now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Now, here is Harden. D right on him. Mozgov's shot is off.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Lopez kicks to Johnson. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Picked by Mozgov. Harden outside. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Freak with it. Now Jack defending. Let's go. Cannot hit. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, but they were able to hang in there for most of that game. But at the end, you know, when it matters most in terms of what I call winning time, they just could not make the plays on either end of the floor.
Yeah, I like that term, winning time. But as you said, they didn't get run over, but just couldn't convert when they needed to in the end.
Here's Freak following the basket by Brook Lopez. He was all alone on that one.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And it's Freak missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Johnson outside. Young, a screen on Motiejunas. Johnson kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Young sets a screen for McCollum. A step-back shot here. Harden grabs the miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Nets trail by 5. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Lionel Hollins. And Doris, what'd you find out?
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Freak. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Harden's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Jack passes to Lopez. Now the feed to Johnson. There's a screen. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Jack's shot is good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. On James Harden. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in shooting percentage. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Young. Tony Snell comes in for McCollum, and Mo Williams subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston. Here's Snell. Williams dishes to Johnson. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson sets the screen for Williams. Back to Johnson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Johnson's got 5 now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Offside Lawson. Freak kicks to Brewer. Lawson's against Williams. Now here's Freak. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Here's Hill, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Williams with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Tries from 10. That's good on the jump shot.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind block it.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget team. Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the controls.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite team.
A change here. Freaks checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Johnson, he's checked in for Lopez. Tony Snell comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Garrett Temple. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Tony Snell. Young out there with Johnson. Then there's McCollum. And it's Williams at the point guard. And it's sent back by Hill. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast. Break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Kicks to Snell. Dishes to Johnson. There's a screen by Williams. Poked loose and stolen by Freak. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Every time.
And let's see now which shooting guards have been on target the most over the last 10 games. James Harden, #1.
And he is not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. I mean, he makes the most of the good looks he gets. And if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
Yeah, and he's efficient and he's intelligent in his shot selection. You're exactly right there, but don't take away from the fact that he's a tremendous pure shooter as well. Even when he's got a hand right in his face, I mean, he makes tough shots.
Again, Williams missing.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Cullen passes to Williams. He dishes it to Snell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 4. And the Nets miss again. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Williams. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
And so we wrap up the first half. Rockets lead by 6. And join us right back here.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Nice energy you showed defensively. The steals kept coming. I want you guys to have that same nose for the ball in the second half. Don't be afraid to take a few chances, even if it means risking a foul call. But we've shot the ball well, I'll give us that. And it's because we've had great shot selection. We've made really good choices with the ball. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Freak really making a difference here.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Houston leading by 6. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Monty Unis out there with Mozgov. And it's Freak in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second inning.
Oh, wow. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Beautiful jam.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, was he tremendous. He picked up 18 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Screen by Young, and Jack kicks to Young. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 3 assists in the game.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
No good from Jack.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Harden. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. McCollum dishes to Young. Mozgov against Lopez. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Freak passes to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
And you know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And the Rockets making a change here. Lawson's checked in. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Temple comes in for McCollum. No good from Jack.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys over that last.
Here is Lawson. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. To the middle. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Williams with the ball. Now Lawson defending. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Lopez. It's deflected, but he stays with it. 4 on the clock. Here's Temple. Soft touch off the glass. Temple's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Lawson with the drive. Here's Hill. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Here's Williams. The teardrop falls in. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Lawson kicks to Monty Eunice. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 9. Feeds it to Snell. Out to the right wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Lawson defending. Here's Temple, and it's sent back by Hill.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Freak sets a screen for Lawson. Pass to Freak. This one for 3. Second chance shot, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
For Houston, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And here is Williams. Up in time. And no good trying to get that one.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Nets trail by 12. So for Brooklyn now, Tony Snell is out there with Johnson. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No good from Jack.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now, Freak. Harden outside. Wide open shot is on the money. Harden's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. The Nets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And Jack kicks to Lopez. Here's Snell. Back to Lopez. And his offensive struggles continue.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the pass to Mozgov. There's the pick. Down low. Here's Freak. And the shot is long.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
McCollum dishes to Jack. Lopez a screen. And it's Jack again missing.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
McCollum kicks to Jack. Tries from 10. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Timeout charge.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
Monteunitas is checked in for Houston. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn.
Substitution on the court.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Now, here is Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. The dish now to Mozgov. And some nice passing there by Houston. Such a wide open look. 12 points for Freak.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's McCollum, guarded by Harden. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Rockets leading by 13. Freak passes to Harden. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's the screen. He kicks it to Freak. Here's the three. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Outside check. He feeds it to Lopez. Monteunitas grabs the miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And the free throw, no good. Harden has a wide open look. And another three for Houston.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think. Fine.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside Jack. Johnson the screen. Here's Hollis Jefferson to the inside. Off the pick. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Houston, Wesley Johnson. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Oh, Wesley Johnson has been great. He has 8 points and 1 steal as well.
Young's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Johnson drops them both. And so it's Houston with it. The lead is 15. Mozgov a screen on Jack. Freak dishes to Mozgov. In the corner, Harden. Freak kicks to Harden. Kept alive by Houston. They set the pick. Ariza outside. Pass to Freak for the three. Kept alive. Mozgov passes to Harden. They shoot again, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
McCollum dishes to Jack. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. The 6-footer's good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Freak gets to Monteudis. Harden the pass to Freak. Back to Harden. Inside, just 5 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And he sinks the second. 1:31 left in the game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
It's Harden with the drive. Passes it to Freak. 3-pointer. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Rockets lead by 19.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Williams with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Lopez dishes to Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden kicks to Freak. Fader on the way. Can't connect. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
Just a sensational performance.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our
Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. Okay, we're going to get up and down now. I need you all to compete at a high level. Coaches.
He's yours. He's yours.
Time!
close.
Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay from good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
We hating them rich as a 100K I spent that on my wrist. $200 spent that on your model, put that on my list. Or that he going that foreign again. In the scene, bring the core in the end. We should.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, it's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. And we'll be seeing Zach Randolph in action in this one, and while he doesn't quite put up the big numbers he once did, he is still an absolute bulldozer, Kenny, out there at the 4 spot, and you can always pencil in a double-double.
Oh, you can. I mean,
that's a bulldozer backing up.
Oh, backing up. I got you. He's a big guy, velvet touch, light around the rim, won't dunk at all, but this guy finishes with the best of them.
He has the old man game, Kenny. He's one of the strongest players in his position. Very hard to move off the block. And he got a soft touch, too, for a big man.
Yeah.
Can you give me that bulldozer backing up again?
I thought it was more like beep, beep. Okay. Never knew it was a whistle.
That was impressive. Not.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas. As the Rockets take it to the hardwood, we're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, this is their first game without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe.
And he makes the first. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. Grizzlies on defense. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Free throw good. Freak. Here's Conley. Against Miami, he was really on his game. They double-team Conley. Here's Randolph. And the shot is long. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Brooklyn.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here is Conley. James Harden picking up that last basket. Gasol kicks to Green, and he gets it to go.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Freak. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. On defense, the Rockets, they traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
On defense, Houston, after the basket by Tony Allen. The jump hook. It's Gasol missing. Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Leaves the dishes to Freak. Houston moving it around. Fires the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Now here.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of W's recently for this Oklahoma City team. They continue to pile up the wins, only one loss in weeks. They expect to win every time they take the court. And tip-off approaching, but in the meantime, let's discuss post play. Shaq, you were a dominant post scorer, duh. Who do you think are the top post scorers in the NBA right now?
Well, one, DeMarcus Cousins, 25-13, can go inside and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch. Big Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals. He does everything with his right hand, so he's so good. That's all he
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. We're all set to bring you NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Thunder enjoying this break from the road. They had a lot of momentum right now, playing well and looking very good.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, this team is really homed in on wanting to play its best basketball prior to the All-Star break. They want to have some positive momentum going into that break, and the way they're playing, they're going to have it.
Definitely. You don't want to go into the All-Star break feeling bad about yourselves as a team, and you don't have to worry about that because they're looking great.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Monty Eunice out there with Mozgov. And it's Freak in at the one spot. Here's Westbrook following the score by Trevor Ariza.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand around watching the paint dry, we'll be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
And thanks as always, Doris. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
And if they can do that, they will have success shooting the basketball. I think it's guaranteed. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Durant kicks to Hardaway. Ibaka with a screen on Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Harden against Hardaway. Cranes the three-pointer. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Freak. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Harden. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Westbrook. And the shot is good. Westbrook's got 6.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Mozgov kicks to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Screen by Ibaka. It's Westbrook with the... Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Ariza. The Thunder making the shot. And it's Freak missing. Durant against Harden. Westbrook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Ariza. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Lee comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Westbrook. Ty Lawson making his last shot. Westbrook drives in. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Westbrook's got 13 points.
Lee with a solid pick that time.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Memphis.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's a clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And here's Payne following Ty Lawson's three. Payne kicks to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Freak. 8 points his last outing. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Payne passes to Durant. Again, the Thunder score.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. The Thunder in 4th.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Freak with it. He's covered by Westbrook. Hill kicks to Lawson. A floater. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Lawson.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's Payne. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Lawson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. In the corner, it's Freak. The three. And Lee pulls it down. Here's Payne. Got it off in time, but it's no good. No shortage of scoring here. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy? Look for Oklahoma City. Cantor, he checked in for Steven Adams. McGarry comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. And then for Houston, Hill, he's checked in for Mozgov. And Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Hill is out there with Monta Eunice. And it's Freak in at point guard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
The Rockets have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. The free throw drops for Modiunas. Lee's checked in for Cantor. Brewer is checked in for Houston. Lawson comes in for James Harden. Modiunas drops both of them. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies made some major contributions. He finished with 8 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. His play was a big part of why their team was able to maintain their hot streak.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Lawson drives in, puts up a baby hook, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And let's take a look now at Russell Westbrook's numbers. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 7th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And, you know, his floor awareness, undeniable. You know, as you pointed out, he's great at drawing the defense and then making the perfect pass in stride.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he can't get the first one. He doesn't get the second one. The Thunder leading by 5. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Lawson dishes to Freak. Hardaway with the steal. He feeds it to Durant. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
To the inside, there's Freak. Right through the D for the layup.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Westbrook kicks to Lee. There's a good screen. Durant with a wide open look. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebound.
Yeah. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lawson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside Westbrook. The pass to Durant. And Capella sends it back. And that concludes the...
Kevin, what has allowed you to build this lead and get some separation here?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, you've earned a rest. Guys, back to you at the table.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Okay, listen up. There's some things we can do to quiet this crowd down. Now let's go over that first half. They're outworking us on the boards, and that's something that cannot continue in the second half. At both ends of the floor, rebounding has to be a focus. And we didn't do much of a job closing down their shooters either. I don't want to see them with so many open looks in the next half. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. We can get back into this game in a heartbeat. It's only going to take a minute to get on a run and chop that lead down. But I don't want us to wait around. Let's do it fast.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Well, Westbrook has been great. 15 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Here is Harden. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Russell Westbrook out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Mozgov passes to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. There's Freak. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. They get Russell Westbrook.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Rockets have had some good chances at the line, but only gone 6 of 12 from the stripe.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season.
Gentlemen,
not a huge upgrade, but an
shot.
upgrade nonetheless.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Freak. The Thunder leading by 7. And Westbrook, here we go. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with it. You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give them a spark.
Yeah, what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Teardrop shot. No good. Great D that time from Freak. Rockets trail by 5. Harden kicks to Montejunas. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Montejunas has got 10 points.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Left side Westbrook. They set the pick. He dishes it to Ibaka. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Kicks it to Mozgov. Got a piece of it. Here's Ariza. And again, the Rockets good for two.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Thunder leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. The dish to Cantor. Off on the layup.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Ariza goes in. And it's Durant with the rebound.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots from 12. The Rockets pull it in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Motiejunas. Excellent D from Cantor.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Ariza. Finish off the break. Ariza's got 4 this.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
For Oklahoma City, they have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. And it's Payne in for Hardaway. And he makes all 3.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Rockets trail by 4. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Out to the wing. And here's Beverly. 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Freak. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
They set the screen, and it's Hill with the jam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Pick up by Hill. Freak dishes to Hill. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Hill's got his second basket of the game. Lee's checking for Oklahoma City. Rockets trail by 6. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Trevor Ariza out there with Harden. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position. And he gets it to go.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Oklahoma City shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Payne's shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. Boy, that was a nice job.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 21 in the game.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Move the ball.
Lawson drives in. Mozgov. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got 3 assists tonight. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Now Payne. No luck.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Here's Harden. Here's Ariza. And the rejection by Ibaka. But they recover it. Harden with it. Working on Payne. And stolen by Payne. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And it's blocked. Harden against Cantor. Harden kicks to Lawson. And there's the feed to Mozgov. Harden outside, off the screen. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. And the layup good by Mozgov. And now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Out to the right wing. Westbrook against Lawson. No good.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
And another 3 for Houston.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. Westbrook against Harden. Shot from 16. Ariza with it. Mozgov sets a screen for Moni Yunus. Freak passes to Mozgov. From deep. Houston gets it back. Tries yet again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
And both free throws good from Freak.
Let's look at some numbers for Freak. He's got 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Serge Ibaka.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Freak kicks to Harden. At the elbow, it's Freak. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Freak's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Westbrook. Pass to Durant. Jumper off the screen, and it's good off the back rim and in.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Gets the first, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Montiunas kicks to Harden. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Can't get it to fall.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Freak dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Freak. There's a screen by Montiunas. 6 to shoot for 3. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And Durant, here we go. Can't get it to go.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
our time. It's our time. We are so close to closing this one out. Freak, you're the hot hand. So let's get on the ball.
Here's Hardaway. It's rebounded by Houston. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul at the line for the
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now here's Waiters. Off target from outside.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
So we see the Rockets get the win here.
What a play.
They came in here and took care of business like...
Gentlemen, I'm here with James.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just... And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Denver Nuggets as they go up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, in case you've been under a rock, they've continued their double-digit winning streak with no signs of slowing. A scary, tough team, and they're in full swing. Hey, let's talk about a guy we'll be watching tonight, the Manimal, Kenneth Faried. Just a madman on the floor and is perhaps one of the most active players in the league.
That's right, Ernie. He's from the Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. He plays with the heart of a line in every aspect of the game. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Shout out to Brick City.
Brick City, wow, but closer is New York City to him. That's why he got that game, I think, Shaq.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. And a one-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And, of course, Patrick Beverly. Team moving on here without him.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps him right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Mozgov is out there with Moniunas, and it's Freak in at the 1. There's Mozgov, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Houston shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Denver with the ball. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And so here's Denver, following the three-point attempt by Freak. And the basket by Morrow.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. There's a screen by Moniunas. Mozgov sets a screen for Harden. Off the screen, and Fareed sends it back. There's the bucket, good. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Oklahoma City.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And so here is Houston. Denver able to drain the 3. Here's Harden. From the high post, he drills it.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Denver's head coach had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the difficulty defensively against a team that's so smart and controlled offensively. He said that's a great point. They really do a terrific job of executing their offense. Not a lot of miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And down 1-0 in the season series, guys. We'll see if they can even it up.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No secret about that. I mean, when they're able to get into a rhythm shooting the ball, they can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry.
It's stolen by Ariza.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Here's Freak. Hands it from downtown. Freak's got himself on the board with 3 there. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Moutier kicks to Nurkic. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Houston in the lead. Freak with it. Now defended by Moutier. Here's Moniunas. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Moutier. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Lawson outside. Harden has a wide open look. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Harden's got 5.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Misses off the right iron. The Nuggets trail by 8. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Freak in at point guard. Brewer is out there with Montejunas. Then it's Hill, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot. Here's Bellinelli. He's coming off a 31-point game against New Orleans.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Freak with it. In the corner, it's Brewer. Outside Hill. The feed to Harden. Passes it to Freak. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the triple. Freak's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Moutier kicks to Bellinelli. Denver passing it around. Fires the 3. Here's Blatch. Harden with the defensive effort.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Harden. He had 10 points in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
So it's Denver now. The Rockets making the shot. And he gets it to go. Martin's got his second basket of the night. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And here's Freak. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Now here's Moutier following the miss by Freak. That's good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
Rockets leading by 3. Inside. Hill passes to Montejunas. There's the dish to Freak. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make your presence
on target
felt.
the most over the last 10 games.
Being so soft.
Has been off the charts. I mean, especially given that he typically operates away from the basket. Those aren't all layups he's knocking down.
Yeah, and he's got such a nice, soft touch inside or outside, and he has the ability to create high-quality shots for himself. That makes him a tough scoring threat.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder looked really strong. He ended with 16 points, and he was a free throw machine. A ton of his work done at the charity stripe. His outing ensured that his team would keep their hot streak going. An important factor indeed, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Misses from close range.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And that one's good. Barton.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
group substitution here. .11 seconds left in the first half. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Moutier. That'll do it for the first half.
Well, James, throughout...
The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Emmanuel Moutier.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Fareed and Nurkic in the middle. Moutier out there with Will Barton, and it's Morrow in its small forward. Now here's Fareed, and he gets it to go. Fareed's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Freak sets a screen for Ariza. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Harden launches it. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Harden. Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Moutier kicks to Barton. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's stolen by Ariza. Now, Freak. He has 5. Ariza outside. Feeds to Mozgov. Shot from 6. And Houston again with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Denver's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Here's Barton. He's got 8. Moutier, no good. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And there's the pass to Nurkic. To the middle. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit. All right, a chance to look at the stats for Morrow. His last 10 games, 4th in free throw percentage, and ranking among the top 5 league-wide in three-point percentage. You have to consider him among the elite shooters in the NBA.
And, you know, he's been deadly from the charity stripe. Phenomenal asset to have on your team, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Hill comes in for Mozgov, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. So it's Denver now, following the miss by Freak. Brewer with the steal. Harden right side. Freak with it. Now defended by Moutier. And Brewer kicks to Motiejunas. Pick up by Hill. Harden dishes to Hill. 5 on the clock. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. That drops. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. In third, the Rockets.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Here's Barton, guarded by Harden. Barton passes to Moutier. And he lays it straight in. Moutier's got 19 points.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. The three from Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Denver leading by 6. Moutier kicks to Barton. He dishes it to Moutier. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Pass to Freak from outside the arc. That's good. Freak's got 8 points.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
To the left side wing. They set the pick. Here's Moutier. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
A good look from Harden. The shot is off, and it's Denver the other way. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
Now Harden following the miss by Emmanuel Moutier from deep, and it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Moutier with the ball. Here's Barton, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now a 7-point Nugget lead. 35 seconds left in the third. And he gets it to go. And that's 10 points for James Harden.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Moutier. Some solid defense from Freak.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Eight seconds left in the third. Here's Moutier. Excellent D there from Hill.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Now Bellinelli, fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Freak, he's in at the point. Montejunas out there with Mozgov. Then it's Trevor Ariza, and it's Lawson in at 2 guard. They grab their own miss. Nurkic, that's tipped.
Move it, move it.
It's Ariza on the wing. And a wide open look for Freak. No good on the triple. Denver leading by 4. Nurkic dishes to Bellinelli. Back to Nurkic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Montejunas. Some on-the-fly coaching right there from their leader.
And that's what you got to do. Never be afraid to remind someone what their role is. And they're a lot better off because of how vocal he is.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Moutier is checked in. Rockets trail by 6. Ariza passes to Lawson. Dishes it to Freak. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got 6 assists in the game. Denver's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You gotta manage the clock and play smart.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Ariza no luck.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli, and another miss by Denver.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Money in his kicks to Freak. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Morrow, covered by Morty Eunice. Knocked loose. Mozgov grabs the board.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Moutier with the basket. He's checked in for Bellinelli. And a change for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for Ty Lawson. There's a screen. Kicks it to Freak. Launches a 3. Another miss by Houston. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now here's Moutier. Fareed, a screen on Harden. Moutier with the ball. Shoots. They get it again.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Three-pointer. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Ariza. And that's 15 points for Freak. Denver's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And that one's good, Barton. Rockets trail by 3. And here's Freak. The 3 from Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Your Nuggets dancers!
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, "We're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win." Guys?
But so far, he hasn't been able to get to the line like he did in the first. The defense is playing him a little bit smarter, backing off of him a bit and defending without foul.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Barton. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Your Nuggets dancers.
Here's Moutier. Barton pitch to Moutier. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within one possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
What a performance from Harden here. He has 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked him down.
Now, here's Moutier. Yes!
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Houston moving it around. Harden dishes to Mazda. Money!
That bucket was absolutely huge. The defensive stop can seal the deal.
Okay, guys, we are up, but the game is far from over. Let's extend the lead. Freak, you got the hot hands. Let's keep this going out there.
Now off the inbound. Moutier, no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
From deep three-point range, can't connect. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing pop.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.